I like to say that a man is the closest thing to God. No matter what's going on, we have to rise consistently every day, and we have to provide consistently every day. We have to serve consistently every day.
He has to have a code. He has to have certain things he's going to say and do, and he means it. You know, when I was coming up, if a man said something, that was his word was bond.
For some guys, they're invisible to women. In order for them to stop complaining, they just really have to step up their game, meaning they have to step up their strategy. They have to become a more attractive guy. So the reason why so many guys are sexless is because they don't have any game.
Weak men need to be purged. And what I mean by that is that there was a time where only the strongest men had valuable things.
Anybody that's been out here in the last 10 years, it's easier to get sex than it is to make $100. Basically put yourself in a position and they throwing it to you. So I think, again, weak men have risen up and they have a voice and they spew their shit onto other weak men and they fall for it, and it's this whole victimhood thing.
I say, okay, put your arm out. They put their arm out. I say, grab your arm. You can grab your arm.
When I think of a man in my head, he takes responsibility with a purpose. And this responsibility gives him struggle, and through that struggle, he gets strength, and through that strength, he creates structure.
Smack your arm. You can smack your arm. Pinch your arm. Okay, you're real. Go fucking knock on Fear's door and grab his arm.
Whatever he wants out of life, whatever he desires out of life, whatever steps he wants to take to secure what he requires, I think he should be true to that first and foremost.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
See, the emotional male will always use emotions to make excuses for the fact he ain't shit.
You gotta be ready to go the distance behind what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to die about some shit.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity, specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on? Shout out to my lady, April MC, in the building, because she's responsible for this background right here, because April got skills. She set this whole thing up. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you, motherfuckers, get you a good woman, because I'm telling you guys, if you have game, you will get a woman who actually loves you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Who else we got up in here? Duke Alex, No Data, Monogamous Player in the building. Soulmonger is in the building. What's going on? Jay Bizzle is up in here. Shout out to Kobe Lean in the building. What's going on? Shout out to Game Worn Podcast. What's good? Truth Perspective in the building. Fit and Life Entertainment. Raynu Ben. What's going on? Corey 2S was popping with you. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Joe Blast. Shout out to Joe Blast. Jackie O'Key was good. June Sports was popping with your Blastomatic was good, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in on this, almost like a late night stream, man. I was running around doing a whole bunch of shit today, man. It was crazy. So, I'm glad you guys are here because the game is going to be heavy as usual. And guys, if you want to call, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So make sure you guys call that. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. All right. And guys, remember, make sure that you guys are going to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure you do that. Do that shit.
Just do it.
Make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com so you can understand your masculine identity and get shit cracking out here in these streets. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys do that. Also, hold on. We gotta go here. Hold on. Give me 1 second, because y'all already know that we gotta go here. Hold on. Let me share the screen real quick. Make sure that you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. You feel what I'm saying? Go to CunninghamElements.com. Get the Masculine Identity Parfum, the Masculine Identity Soap. And also make sure you guys get the shea butter. Get that shit cracking. Also make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com.
Do it.
You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you do that.
Just do it.
So you can get your online dating consultation with myself and April. The online dating consultations are fire. If you are not on the online dating consultations, you guys are fucking up. You're fucking the fuck up. I'm telling you, you guys are really, really fucking up out here. And also make sure you guys get Master the Vetting Process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. Make sure you guys go get that at shoplocario.com. And you can get all the other books and programs. You got How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day, the audio book and the ebook, Looks Don't Matter, Master Approaching Women, Game Kings, the Bad Boy book, 60-Second Game, How to Have a Successful Non-Monogamous Relationship, the Bad Boys Guide to Dating, Game Kings 2 New York City Seminar, the Bad Boy Seminar, the Truth About the Game Seminar. Guys, there's so much shit on here on shoplocario.com. You guys need to make sure that you go there and get that cracking. All right, so today's topic, we are going to be talking about increasing a woman's attraction never, ever works. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you guys what you should be doing instead, right? Now, guys, remember, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in, the call-in number is 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300, and make sure you guys donate. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you donate. Do it! Okay, do that shit before you call in so we can get this cracking. Now, we're talking about increasing a woman's attraction for you never works. Right now, I know a lot of you guys, you hear guys on the internet talk about, you can increase her attraction by saying this or doing that, or, if you pass her shit test and you do all this other stuff. Now, the whole idea of increasing a woman's attraction, it really comes from like pickup artist type of shit, right? What I'm trying to tell you guys is that you can't increase a woman's attraction in like one encounter, meaning that if you start talking to a woman at 8:30 and she's not attracted to you, right? You can't start talking to her at 8:30, then try to talk to her until 8:45 and then talk to her till 9 o'clock. And now she's all of a sudden her attraction increased. That's not how it works, right? You cannot increase a woman's attraction to you in a conversation. You cannot increase a woman's attraction to you in a week. You cannot increase a woman's attraction to you in a few days and all this. It's not going to happen, right? See, what happens is this. If a woman is not highly attracted to you, right? Understand that she is never going to be highly attracted to you. Now, you might be saying, Locario, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's poppycock. That's fucking boulder dash. That's nonsense. What are you talking about, Locario? Because I talked to this girl at the bar the other day, and at first she was giving me the cold shoulder. She was giving me the shit test that you always talk about, that these pickup artists talk about, right? And then I talked to her for another hour and a half, but she's giving me all this resistance. But then I finally got her to warm up to me, and then we started making out. So Locario, you're talking that bullshit, man. You're talking that nonsense. You can increase a woman's attraction. I do that shit all the time. You understand what I'm saying? What are you talking about, Locario? That's some bullshit. Now, what you guys have to understand is this, and I keep trying to tell you this. You are not increasing her attraction, right? All you're doing is you're sticking in the situation, and then the woman decides to settle for the situation, right? Now, if you want to call that increasing the attraction, you can, but you're wrong. See, there's only one way to increase a woman's attraction. The only way to increase a woman's attraction. So for example, if the woman is not really attracted to you, like let's say you approach the girl, you talk to her, you're having a conversation. She's not really attracted to you. She thinks you're okay. You're all right. You understand? It's not like she thinks you're disgusting. It's not like she thinks you're super whack. She thinks you're okay. You understand? Like she's not going to lose any sleep if you don't text her or call her. She's not really going to be thinking about you, but you're okay for right now. You're entertaining her. She's bored. She's at the party talking to you. You're okay. You understand? So now what happens is that because you're okay, right? That's how she sees you. Now, the only way that you can increase her attraction, like really increase her attraction, is that you have to be a totally different nigga than you are in that moment, right? Now, this is the impossible part. You can't be a totally different nigga in that moment. Because in that moment, you are the guy who she sees as maybe a little nerdy, insecure, weird, or whatever it is. She sees you as the guy that is kind of aight. You ain't all that. She already sees you as that guy. You understand what I'm saying? So in that moment, you are that guy. And you are going to be that guy in the next 15 minutes. You're going to be that guy in the next week. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Now, the only way her attraction can increase is if over an extended period of time, right, she sees you as different. But the only way she's going to see you as different is that if you've gone through some change that made you a totally different motherfucker. So basically what happens is this, is that she's not, her attraction didn't increase for you. Her attraction increases for the man that you became. You understand? So meaning, if you meet a woman today is Thursday, July 17th, as I'm recording this, right? And that woman is not really feeling you, right? So now what will happen is that if you, for example, right, ran into this woman July 17th next year, 2026, and you were more confident. Let's say you were out of shape and you got in shape. Let's say you dressed like a bum today, but a year from now you dressed better, right? So now that she meets you next year, you understand what I'm saying? Now she is attracted to you highly. Now her attraction increased, but it didn't really increase for the guy you was. It increased for the guy you are now. This is what I keep trying to jam into you guys' heads. But the problem is that you guys think you can increase a woman's attraction within one conversation. See, what happens is that, like I said, if the woman decides to deal with you, she's dealing with you based on the fact that she is settling for you in that moment, right? Now, instead of increasing a woman's attraction for you, what can you do? What's the thing that you can do or should do to, make your situations better and more beneficial for you? Really simple. So what you do is that instead of trying to increase a woman's attraction, which you can't do, right? Instead of wasting your time trying to talk to a chick for 2-3 hours, which is not going to make a difference, she's just going to either walk away or settle for you. What you can do instead of trying to increase a woman's attraction, all you do is this, is you become a more attractive guy and you only deal with women who have high interest in you. That's it. And so what happens is that you save a lot of time and energy when you do it that way. You understand? See, and the reason why I say this to you guys is because everything that I'm telling you is shit that I've done and I see the difference. So I was the guy back in the day fucking talking to a girl back and forth, going through all of this bullshit, the runaround and all this other stuff. Like, oh, well, let me just like continue to talk to her. And, maybe if I hit her up again, maybe if I put in more effort with this woman, maybe if I, do more of this, then things will happen. Right now, in some situations it did, but it happened with resistance along the way. So what happens is that when a woman doesn't have high interest in you and you still continue to talk to her and you still try to get with her, you still try to hook up with her, or whatever it is, in some cases you end up hooking up with her. In some cases you end up continuing to see her, but resistance is always going to happen in the situation. So meaning that you're going to have to go through a whole bunch of shit to try to get the girl. But let's see who's calling. We got a 678. What's poppin'? Who this?
Efosa, I donate $5 on PayPal.
Efosa donating out here. Oh, that just made my day. Efosa's donating. That made my fucking day. What's going on, Efosa?
Yeah, so what if a woman had high interest in you, right? Had high interest in you at first. Then through time, she had low interest or medium interest. Then can you build that high interest back in a short period of time or a long period of time?
Oh, that's a great question. That is a great question. So you're saying that if a woman has high interest in you and then her interest gets lower, can you build it back up? Is that what you're saying?
They can be back up, yeah, in a long period of time or a short period of time.
Right. So this is what happens, right? If a woman has high interest in you and her interest lowers, right? It's easy for her interest to lower quickly, right? Now, what happens is that you can't really build her interest back up, but what will happen is that you can still deal with her and she'll still deal with you, but it's not going to be the same. So she's going to be dealing with you in a medium interest sort of way, right? Now, the reason why that happens is because, like, let's say, Efosa, you meet a girl, she has high interest in you, right? And she thinks you're the best shit since sliced bread. She's like, Efosa is the greatest man that ever lived, right? And I'm so into Efosa because Efosa is that guy. Right now, let's say for whatever reason, you start acting real weird, insecure, needy, and you're coming off clingy and all this other shit. Now, what happens is that her interest in you is going to decrease quickly, because when a woman has high interest in you, right, and you start doing weird, goofy shit, her interest declines quickly, right? Because what happens is that she already had you on that pedestal. So think about it like a mountain, right? You and her are at the mountaintop. She sees you at the mountaintop, and it's easy for you to fall and roll down the mountain, and for y'all to fall and roll down the mountain. So it's easy for her to have high interest, and then it dips, right? So now you start acting all weird, needy, and all this other stuff. So you say, damn, man, she has low interest in me. How can I increase this interest that, and get it back to where she has high interest? Now, what will happen is that you can continue to deal with her to be more consistent, be more confident and all these other things. Right now, what's going to happen is that her interest can raise, but it will never be as high as it was. Why? Because you have broken her perception of you when you did what you did to make her interest lower. So think about it like this. If I have a glass cup, and I drop it on the ground by mistake, or it just drops on the ground and it breaks into 3 pieces, right? Now I can super glue the cup back, but I can still see the cracks. Do you see what I'm saying? So even though I glued the cup back, I can still see the cracks. So that's what happens when a woman has high interest in you. You do some goofy shit, her interest decreases, and then you stick around and you try to keep things going. She sees the cracks in your armor. She sees the chink in your armor. She sees the weakness. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Right. So this is why if you are on point all the time, yes, all the time, shit like that's not going to happen. Now, the way that you're on point all the time is that you have to understand your masculine identity and be you at all times. Because if you're being you at all times, then what happens is that the experience she has with you, right, when she first met you, is the experience she's going to have with you 6 months from now, a year from now, whatever it is, because you're still that guy, right? In fact, what will happen is that she will have even more interest in you because you're evolving. You probably are doing more things. You're learning more stuff. So you're only getting stronger and stronger, right? So now her interest in you is just like she already has the high interest, but the attachment is getting stronger and stronger. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Right. So that's what it is. All right.
All right. Thanks.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. That's what's up, man. So guys, make sure y'all call in. Listen, Efosa is donating. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all already know what it is. So if Efosa is donating, it's crazy out here. So you guys got to donate. Call up. Call the number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So make sure you guys call up. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question at the end, right? So now, what I was saying before is what you want to do instead of trying to increase a woman's attraction for you is you want to become the most attractive guy you can be. How does that work? You become the most attractive guy you can be by being 100% you at all times. What does that mean? That means that you are honest with yourself and you're honest with the women you deal with, right? So, for example, if you are dealing with a chick and you want to just hook up with her, you don't want to go on no dates, you ain't trying to do nothing serious, right? You let her know that, like, hey, listen, we should get together, right? We should, get shit cracking, come to my crib. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you naked on this bed. You feel what I'm saying? As soon as you open them legs, you feel me? I'm going to just slide right in. You feel me? And it's going to be amazing, right? So you can't be afraid to let a woman know that that's what you want to do. And shout out to True Perspective. He just sent $10 for 2 free calls. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. People say, damn, that background is fire. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. I had this sexy lady named April MC come through and work on this. So I appreciate her. I love her. You understand? She's the best. She's the best. You feel what I mean? She's the best. So let's go to 612. 612 is popping. Who this?
Hi, I donated to your Venmo, Locario, $10. This is Tim.
All right. That's what's up. Appreciate you, Tim. So what's going on with you, man?
Yeah, so I have a quick question. So I was dealing with this chick. We hooked up once, and then I was trying to go down the fuck buddy route. And the first time, just strictly sex. She was in and out. But just wondering what I should be doing when they flake again. So she didn't flake on she flaked the second time I set something up with her, and then she flaked again. And so I ended up charging her to the game because I just was like, you know what, I just don't want to deal with her anymore. It's kind of a hassle. But just wondering like what I should do in that situation with chicks I've already hooked up with. And they're
how long were you hooking up with her?
Well, I hooked up with her once, and so I was like, then told her to come over again. And then she, had some other shit. She's like, oh, like working late. I was like, okay, let's reschedule. And then she flaked again on some other shit.
So when you hooked up with her the first time, how much time? How long did you know her before? Did you hook up with her the first time you met, or what was the situation?
So FaceTime for like 5 minutes. She came over and she was in my place for like an hour. We fucked and then she was gone. So.
Okay. And then what was the next time that you hit her up to make it happen again? Like how long was that? Like it was a week went by, or what happened?
It was like probably 4 or 5 days later. I was like, come over, the following week and let's hook up again.
Okay. And what did she say when you said that?
And she's like, sounds good. And so we scheduled it. And then she was like, oh, the day of, she's like, oh, like I have to stay at work until 9 p.m. or whatever, because we were supposed to meet at 7:30. And so she flaked on that. I was like, all right, let's reschedule. And then she flaked again after that. And then I just charged the game.
Right. Right. Well, it's good that you charge the game, but I'll tell you one thing. This is what happens sometimes too. I actually did a coaching call with a guy the other day with a similar situation. So this is what you guys have to understand, right? Is sometimes when you meet a woman and she comes straight over to your crib and y'all just fuck, and it's just like, especially you don't go on no dates, you just, hey, come through, we gonna fuck, and that's it, right? That's like a, like jump off one night stand type of vibe, like situation, right? Now, because that happened in that manner, what'll happen is that she's like, okay, this guy is cool. Maybe I'll do it again. Maybe not. Who knows? Right. But what happens is that she is also seeing and dating other guys. Right. Or she's, on her way to see and date other guys. Because you are the guy who she sees as just the guy that's giving her dick. Right. The guy who's going to give her dick and more, you understand what I'm saying, is going to take priority over you in most cases. You understand what I'm saying? So now what could have happened was you told her, hey, let's come through and do it again. She said, cool. Then another guy called up and said, hey, let's go out for drinks or dinner. So now she's like, okay, I could fuck this guy, or I can get drinks and dinner with this other guy. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll pick the drinks and the dinner because that could be leading to more than just fucking. Because remember, women can get sex and they can get dick at any time, but what they can't get any time is the promise or the potential of a longer term situation. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that a lot of times when you guys tell women to come straight to the crib, that's cool. But understand that a lot of times those situations will fizzle out quicker than if, let's say, you met on a first date, then hooked up, or if you were, like hooking up with a chick and seeing her and dating her for an extended period of time. So whenever you start out where you just come straight to the crib, or let's say even you met a girl out randomly and then she comes straight to your crib, usually those situations, they look at it as, oh, he's just some guy I hooked up with. So you're sort of at the bottom of the totem pole. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like, the idea that a lot of guys have where they say, oh, this girl's a thought, right? So you are the male thought. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense actually. Because so what I did is she like reschedules, like asked me another day when I'm free. I was like, fuck this. It's just, two flakes in my opinion. After that, it's like, all right, I'm just going to charge her. And then I was like, hey, like I just don't think it's going to work. I just like, whatever. And she's like, well, I thought, I know this was just, I didn't know this was like more than hookups. So I think she saw like what you're saying is like, she thought I was like a male thought.
Yeah, that's because
things of a male thought,
right?
Which is fine. I want to be the male thought. I'm looking to be the male thought.
Right,
that's
exactly.
Totally cool.
EA said in the chat, it's like a fuckboy situation. So what happens is, remember, there's nothing wrong with having a chick come straight to the crib, y'all hook up and do what you do, but just understand that when that happens, right, that's harder to retain than a chick that you, let's say, went on a date with or talked on the phone with first and all this other shit, because now she's looking at you as just a guy that she was horny that night, came through and had sex. And even if the dick was good, because a lot of people are like, well, it's because, the dick was sucked or it wasn't that good. Sometimes that could be the case, but there's times where you could fuck a girl real good. The shit was great. She came a billion times and all that other stuff. And still, you know what I'm saying? Still, she'll go and see another guy flake on you for the other guy. And remember, because since you started out with just fucking, she's looking at it like, well, this will never go anywhere seriously in most cases. That's her perspective. So because you're not going anywhere serious, the other guy who called her for a date probably will be serious. So this is the thing. Even though women like to fuck, women, see, this is how women do generally. Women will fuck in between time, meaning that she's like, if a woman is thinking, I want a relationship, because women don't want relationships all the time. But let's say the woman's thinking, I want a relationship at some point in the near future. In between getting a relationship, so she had a boyfriend or something, they broke up or whatever, now she's single. Now she's looking for another boyfriend at some point. That in between time, they'll fuck. She's like, I'll fuck this guy in between time. I'll fuck this guy in between time. But if the potential of a longer term situation can occur, she will flake on you. You understand what I'm saying? For the potential of a long term situation.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing is, I've I'm not going to spill the game, but like I've started doing the thing where it's like, this chick, I knew there was never going to be any long term potential. Like she's like 20 years older than me, and that's not what I want, you know, in a long term girlfriend situation. So. But like if it was a chick like, that met more of the criteria for me, that would be like a potential long-term situation, potential like girlfriend, like I could potentially see that. I would have taken her out on a date, but in this case I didn't. I didn't want to do that. I was just looking to fuck her. So, but I appreciate the breakdown, and that makes a lot of sense now.
Yes, sir.
A lot more sense.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate the call, fam. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, man. Shout out to K-Zag. He says, since fucking is the lowest form of investment, she is not emotionally invested in seeing you because you didn't introduce anything worth an investment beyond sex. That's a fact. Exactly. That's all. So this is what you guys have to understand. This is what you guys have to understand. You guys have to understand that you can go out here and hook up with girls quickly and all this other stuff, but understand what that means. Right? So if you're fine with hooking up with the girl and, understanding that in most cases it'll fizzle out quickly and you got to replace her with a new chick, cool. You understand what I'm saying? Cool. But the thing is that you can't be fooled into thinking, okay, I got, cool. I got to smash her real quick and hoping and wishing and praying and trying to hold on to the situation. Right? Like I've said this before, a woman is more likely to stay around, right, if the situation wasn't just a fuck thing at the beginning. This is why I tell you guys, like, if you wanted something longer term, usually you would have to spend some sort of non-sexual time with her before the sex happened. Doesn't mean you have to go on 3-4 dates, but either, let's say y'all speaking on the phone or y'all went out to get drinks and then y'all fucked. That girl is more likely to continue to see you and to continue to make shit happen. But if y'all fuck, like, you tell her to come through, she comes through, y'all hook up, right? You are the male thoughts. Ask me how I know. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in that situation plenty of times. I've had situations where, I would, match with a girl on one of these dating apps and shit. I'd meet her that night, she'd come through, we'd hook up. And in a lot of cases, that would be it. Or I would see her maybe one other time and that'll be it. You understand what I'm saying? It was funny. I remember I had a chick. This is the funniest shit. So I had a chick where we hooked up once, right? Hold on. I'll tell you. I think that was Monogamous Player. Call back Monogamous Player. But anyway, I hooked up with this chick once. I said to her, yo, right after we were done, I said, this was fun. We should do this again. And she looked me dead in my eyes. She was like, I don't think so. She's like, no, I'm good. you know, this is just a one-time thing. Like she was really explaining, this is just a one-time thing. And then she basically proceeded to say, she basically said in, you know, like, to make a long story short, she's like, you're not the type of guy that, you know, is trying to make anything serious. So she was basically saying, I know what the deal is. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I know this is not going anywhere, basically. You understand? Like that's what I'm saying. Chicks will do that type of shit. You understand? Because remember, you guys gotta understand, right? Women, they'll fuck a guy they're really sexually attracted to, and usually that situation fizzles out. The guy is not sticking around. So she knew that I wasn't gonna stick around, and she was right. So I can't even hate on it. I was like, she's right. I was like when she said it, I was like, how does she know? I was like, this girl is a goddamn genius. I was like, she's a fucking genius. I was like, how did she know that I'm not going to stick around? Like, I was like, this woman, she got game. So, I was like, this chick is a fortune teller. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, exactly. If a woman does that, guys, don't argue with her. Just let it be sex. That's a fact. That's a fact. I remember, man, listen, I remember there was this chick that I smashed. This was years ago. I'm not going to give too many details because, you know, like the person would know that they was working with what I'm talking about. But anyway, this girl that I met, she was staying in New York at her boss's apartment, and her boss was at the apartment with her, but the boss was sleeping in the room, and the girl was sleeping on the boss's couch. So the girl took me to the boss's house while the boss is sleeping in the bed, snoring, and me and the girl are having sex on the couch in the boss's house. You understand? And so as soon as we were done having sex, like literally like after it was over, and I'm trying to put on my clothes, her boss wakes up and this woman kicks me out the apartment. Let's go to, is this Mononga's player?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Locario. I just donated 10 to Miles.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate it. So what's going on, fam?
Oh, Mr. Locario, man. Just that recent caller, bro, you just dropped a lot of game on like why certain situations with women would fizzle out very fast, right? Or very quickly. And they're like, you know, and I just remember like being a young guy, I used to be so confused at times, right? Because, you know, like in my earlier days, in my late teens and, you know, all the way in my college days or whatever, like I always knew how to smash, you know, get women to smash, right? But like that was kind of like the end all be all, you know what I'm saying? Like other than me being in like a relationship, I didn't really know how to like, I guess, do things beyond that, right?
Right.
So a lot of situations end up being pump and dump, whether I wanted it to happen or whether like the girl ended up doing that, right? But as I gotten older, I started to realize, I'm like, damn, you know, not to say that you want to like be with any of these females, but there are some females that like, you know, on a casual type of level, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to kind of socialize with them,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Beyond sex, right? But when I didn't understand that, right, I kept running into these pump and dump situations. But as I gotten older, you know what I'm saying? I started to, you know, go on dates and do stuff like that. And I learned this: if you are casually interested in a female, I think that first date is very prominent.
Right.
Because at least the first date kind of opens the door of, okay, like even if this doesn't go nowhere, this is a cool social situation, or this is a cool casual situation. So a lot of situations might last for a little bit longer. You see what I'm saying? That's how you end up having, you know what I'm saying, fuck buddies that, you know, that come and go, but you know what I'm saying? But they always came and went throughout the years, you know what I'm saying? Or you have a situation that, okay, it did fizzle out, but the situation lasted for 6 months or 5 months, or y'all was able to enjoy each other. You see what I'm saying? So I think if you wanted to like really enjoy a woman on like a social level, I think like that first date is very prominent because it opens the door of like, okay, this is not just smash it.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be honest, like a lot of females, that's what you say, if they feel like that's all you want to do, they'll just do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Yeah, but because I'm gonna be honest, like Miss Locario, I swear to God, bro. I remember one time in college, right? Like this one female, like of course, like our whole conversation was about smashing. You know what I'm saying? So when she basically came back down, because this was like during the summertime, she went to my college, but I think she was from California or something. But when she came back down, I ended up smashing.
Right.
The one time I smashed, I'm talking about I'm making a nut, do all that type of shit. Like she having orgasms out the ass. Never heard from her again after that. I was like, damn. You see what I'm saying? Then there was another time in college where it was a female, like, you know, we had like a little fling thing going. I smashed about 3 times, and I actually kind of wanted to, you know, casually get to know her a little bit. But then after those 3 times, she just cut me off. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So those things actually happen. But that's all I want to say, Mr. Carter. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, fam. Yes, sir. Shout out to Monogamous in the building. You know what's funny too is that I would like chicks will see, a lot of guys think it's about how good the sex is. A lot of times it'll be if the woman likes you. You understand? Like I remember there was this one chick. The first time we did it, you know, I thought it was terrible. I was like, this is terrible. Like I could, like half the time I wasn't even hard. I couldn't even get it up. Right. And this is the funniest shit. So I sounded like such a fucking goofy nigga. So we was doing what we was doing. So in my mind, I was like, this girl ain't never gonna want to fuck with me again. This shit was garbage. Right. So anyway, we were doing our thing. After we was done, we was putting on the clothes and shit. And in my mind, I'm like, man, this is a wrap. This is the last time I'm gonna see this chick, right? So she says to me, she was like, hey, I had a good time. Can I see you again? Right? So when she said that, I was surprised. I was shocked. And my goofy ass was like, for real? I was like, what the fuck? Like I sounded like a fucking, I was like, for real? For sure? Like for realsies? Like you want to see me again? For real? I was like, wow. I was like, why? I was like, this was terrible. I'm like, if I was you, I wouldn't want to see me. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, this dick was trash tonight. What are you? I'm like, what do you mean you want to see me again? You understand what I'm saying? Yo, I shit you not, I said for real, like I was a little kid. He's I'm not sure if you ever covered all your cool faces. Yo, I was like, for real? No fooling? I was like, yo, I'm telling you. I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? That shit threw me way off. He's like, Locario's like, gee willikers. Yo, what's going on? 816. What's poppin'? Who this?
What's going on? It's A-Rod.
What's up? What's good with you, man?
Man, I'm hanging out. How you doing?
Chilling. Did you donate or are you taking a free call?
I'm going to take a free call.
All right, what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm wondering, so if you plan on taking a woman out for a first date and you just want to, and you really just, you want to just smash, should you tell her before the date that you plan on smashing after the date, or should you just tell her that when you're on the date?
Wait, so you saying if you want to just smash, then that's all, like you just want to smash?
But you want to take her on that first outing.
But why? But this is what I'm saying. If you just want to smash, you shouldn't just take you shouldn't take her on a date. You see what I'm saying? So if you just want to smash, you should just smash.
Yeah, but you claim that the situations have a better chance of lasting longer if you take them out on that first outing.
Yeah, it does. But what I'm saying is that if you just, so basically what I'm saying is you shouldn't say, you know what? Like, I want to smash her multiple times. So what I should do is that I should act like I want to go on a date and then just try to smash. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you just want to smash, just smash. You see what I'm saying? And what's going to happen is that if she wants to continue to smash, then she'll continue to smash. But you don't want to go on a date to try to increase the chances of you, getting her to continue to smash. Because check this out. Let's say you want to smash. You go on a date, you spend money, and then she don't want to fuck you. then then you wasted money. What was the point?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. If you just want to smash, it's better to say to her, yo, let's come through to the crib and let's have sex. And then she says, no, what type of girl you think I am? Blah, 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 blah. And you say, all right, have a nice day. So now you didn't waste any money and didn't waste any time.
Okay, so under what circumstances do you take them out on that first date then?
Right. So the first date is if you are actually trying to feel the woman out, because you might want more than just that one night of smashing. Do you understand? Or more than just to smash. But if you're looking at a girl, so for example, there was a girl that I matched with on, I think it was Bumble or one of them joints, right? And I didn't think she was that pretty, but she had a crazy, crazy body. So I basically hit her up and I say, yo, come through. Like we got on FaceTime, I said, come through, right? Now, the reason why I did that was because I knew that that's all I wanted. You understand? I didn't want, and on top of that, I didn't want to go out. I didn't feel like going out. I was like, yo, just come through. You see what I'm saying? So she came through, we did what we did, right? And I think I smashed probably like 2 or 3 other times and it just kind of fizzled out after that. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that I'm not going to sit there and like waste time talking to her on a date and doing all this other extra shit if I'm not interested in anything outside of just sex. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's a waste of time.
Okay, now I might have missed it, but so you're saying that if you see more, like you want more of a longer relationship with her, you take her out on that first date, right?
Yeah, or if you just want to go out. So what I'm saying is like, so there's times where I want to go out. So I'm like, I want to go out tomorrow night or whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna go out tomorrow night regardless. So I tell a girl, hey, listen, meet me at this place, the place I was gonna go out to anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And usually what happens is that I like to talk to the woman and feel her out before we hook up. Even if I'm just smashing, this is why I do a FaceTime. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm on the FaceTime and I say, hey, come through to the crib. But I got to get on the FaceTime before I tell her to come through to the crib because I want to feel her out. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, this is a free call. You asking like 10 million questions, fam.
Okay, yeah, we just need to clarify. Just clarify what you were saying. But
all right. So
yeah, I can donate after if I can ask another.
All right, well, this is what you do. Hang up, donate, and then call back.
All right, cool.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call. So yeah, guys, you got to see, the thing is that you shouldn't be doing anything with women, right? That you don't want to do to try to get sex. That's called simping. You see what I'm saying? So if you're like, man, I might want to, I don't really want to go out on a date. I just want to smash, but let me go out on a date so she thinks that, actually like give a shit about talking to her, and then maybe she'll want to have sex with me more or hang out with me more. You don't want to do that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? You do not want to do that type of shit, because then you're going to get into the mindset of simping. You understand what I'm saying? And if you get into that mindset of simping, right, then it's going to be where you're going to be doing that in a lot of different ways when you're dealing with women. You're going to basically say, let me disregard myself and what I want and how I do things in order to get sex. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of guys do this too. A lot of guys don't realize that they low-key simp, when they are putting themselves on a back burner to try to get sex or to try to manipulate to get sex. That's all simping. You understand what I'm saying? That is all simping. But let me see what some of these questions are saying, because I see some of y'all send some questions. It says, I'm on the way to a date now. She texted me saying she hasn't gotten ready yet and will be ready by 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You think I might need to charge her? I'm feeling like she should have been ready. So, okay. So you say you only wait to the date. She texted you saying that she hasn't gotten ready yet and will be ready by 8:15. What time's your date? You know what I'm saying? What time's your date? And what time is she supposed to be there? Because I don't care if she's getting ready whenever. I don't care when she's getting ready. Is she going to be there at the time that you said to come to the date? You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about, is she going to be there for the date? Fuck all that other shit. So if you said the date is 9 p.m. and she says she'll be ready by 8:15, okay, cool. I don't give a fuck. Get her at 9 p.m. But if you said the date is 8 p.m. and she said, oh, I'm not going to be ready until 8:15, then nah, we good. You understand what I'm saying? We are good. Crazy. It says, I want to buy another one of your books, ebooks, Master Approaching Women. Can I get it for Samsung Galaxy? So you talking about the Master Approaching Women in 30 days or less? I think that's an audio, and you can when you download it, you can either listen to some of them. You can listen to on your phone. Some of them you got to download to the computer, then transfer it to your phone, stuff like that. But yeah, you guys can go to shoplocario.com to get a Master Approaching Women in 30 days or less. It's only $7 at shoplocario.com. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you get that shit cracking. It says, if game can't increase her attraction, then what's the point? It's so funny. I'm glad you asked this question, because remember, guys, this is why we tell you that the game is not about women. Okay? Because and this is what I was saying earlier, because instead of increasing a woman's attraction, right, this is what you do. You do not chase women, right? What you do is that you find women who are in alignment with you. That is it. So don't increase a woman's attraction. Find women who are attracted to you. That's it. So for example, if I speak to 10 women, right? And 7 of them are kind of iffy. They're like, Locario's all right. But 3 of them are like, yes, I want Locario now, right? I'm going to deal with the 3 that want me now. You understand? So this is what I'm telling you. Your job is to find the 3. So your job is to approach all 10 women. And when you approach all 10 women, then you're going to find out that 3 are highly interested in you and 7 are not. Once you realize the 7 are not, you stop talking to those 7 and you focus on the 3 who are. That's it. That's what you do. So stop trying to increase the 7 women's attraction when the 3 women are already highly attracted to you. That's what you do. You see what I'm saying? Because see, a lot of you guys, this is the problem. Y'all have been listening to a lot of pickup artists, or you came up in that sort of like world. And so you believe that, oh, well, I have to do this song and dance to get this woman. And you think that because a woman is hot, it's going to be hard to attract that woman. And what I'm telling you guys is that all you need to do is find the women who have high interest. But the thing is that you have to understand and notice when a woman has high interest. And you also have to notice when a woman doesn't have high interest. You understand? Because as soon as I notice the woman doesn't have high interest, I'm out of there. Soon as I notice that she has high interest, then I keep it going. Simple. It's so simple. See, this is the problem though. A lot of guys don't want to walk away from women because y'all are in your ego and you want to feed your ego by trying to wear a woman down. So this is what you do. You say, man, this girl at first, she was giving me an issue, but now I got her. See, I'm the man, bro. I got this girl who was giving me all these issues, and see, I got her, Locario. See, you're trying to feed your ego, but all you did, you're dealing with a woman who doesn't have high interest in you. You understand? That's it. You just didn't deal with a woman who has high interest. So you got to find the women who have high interest in you. He said, chicks are nice when rejecting me, but shit still kind of sucks. How can we learn to handle our ego when getting rejected? So this is the thing. You handle it by understanding rejection is supposed to happen. That's part of the game. You can't get a woman to say yes unless you understand that they have to say no. You have to have women say no to you in order for you to have women say yes to you. You understand? That's the yin and the yang. In order for you to have women who like you, you have to have women who don't like you. You understand? You got to listen. And I get it, man. I get it. Because, when you're like full of yourself, like me, it can be hard because you're like, You're like, you know, in your mind, you're like, I'm every woman's type. What are they talk? What are you talking about? like what is wrong with this chick? You understand? Does she need her eyes and ears open? Like, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on. What do you mean? I'm like, is she trolling? Like, what is she? Wait, she gotta be trolling. She said no to me. That's crazy. This girl gotta be trolling. Like, what? It's like, what was that? What's that line in that Ludacris song? How you ain't gonna fuck? Bitch, on me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But understand, you gotta understand, not every girl's gonna like you. Not every girl's going to like you. You got to understand this. We got one free call, people, one free call. Not every girl is going to like you. It's okay. It's okay. You understand? It's going to be all right. Because see, if every chick liked you, you wouldn't even like that shit, to be honest. You would not like it. This says, would you say you only decrease her attraction based on if you're not flirting, building sexual tension? Well, the thing is this, is sometimes the woman is not attracted to you at all. So a lot of times guys say, well, I don't want to do this or that because I don't want to turn her off. So in order to turn a woman off, she has to be turned on in the first place. So she gets turned off because she was turned on. But a woman has to be turned on in order to get turned off. Sometimes a woman is just neutral towards you. She don't feel no way. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that you are decreasing her attraction because she's not really attracted to you at all, or she's just not really seeing you as anyone significant, right? But what happens is that there are times where you're not flirting and building sexual tension, which makes her feel that neutral type of energy in the interaction, right? So if you're talking to a woman very platonic, then what'll happen is that within itself could cause a woman to just be like, this guy, he's whatever. He's whatever, right? But that's because she's not feeling you. She's not feeling it. But there are times when your mouthpiece is tight and you're confident, and that's what makes the woman feel you. That's what makes the woman have that high interest. Remember, a woman have a high interest in you is based on how she feels experiencing you. So a lot of guys think surface level. They think, well, let me look smacks and look the best that I can look. And then if I look really good, then the woman would just, fall all over me and it'll be all good. It's like, no, you got to understand that it's how a woman feels with the experience when she is interacting with you. You understand? That's what it's about. You said, I read Jessica Alba and her husband, he said, I read Jessica Alba and her husband divorced because they were basically roommates for several years and the romance was gone. Is that his fault or both parties? Well, the thing is this, is everything is the man's fault, but it could be a situation where they just both wasn't feeling each other anymore. You understand what I'm saying? That could happen. You know what I'm saying? It could happen. It says, when you set up a date for a drink for a woman and give her the time and place, should you always tell her to also wear something sexy or not necessary at that point? No, you can tell her if that is something you want, right? Now, I personally don't really necessarily tell the woman to wear something sexy because I kind of don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is that if that's something you care about, right, then yeah, tell her that. And it's also something else that will show you if she is going to cooperate with you and is compliant. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with that. It says, if you are a corny guy, what can you do to evolve your personality that women can become more drawn to you? Well, this is the thing. You see, okay, what makes you corny is because you're actually not being yourself. You're being in some form or fashion what society taught you to be, and that's why you're corny. Because if you were really truly being yourself and really being about who you are, right, that uniqueness would shine and that will be attractive. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. He's like, why are you calling yourself corny? See, that's the thing. He thinks he's corny because he's bought into what society said is corny, which means he's not actually being himself. He's being what society said he should be. And now he's like, I am that corny guy. You understand? See, what a lot of guys don't understand is they don't realize that they're not being themselves. That's the problem. They don't realize it. See, when these dudes be on, what's these video games these niggas be playing where they be chatting online with niggas and shooting up shit? I don't know which video games those are, but these motherfuckers be on the video games talking mad shit with mad confidence. You understand what I'm saying? They be in the video games talking mad shit to niggas online with the utmost confidence. You understand? But then when it comes to them talking to a woman, they I don't know what to say. I freeze up. I'm scared. Really? What happened to the guy that was playing the video games and talking all that shit? Where's that guy? Bring that guy to the party. Bring that guy to the bar, to the club. Bring that guy the next time you talk to women. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing. So as soon as they start talking to women, they start, getting all quiet and shit. And, now they want to be all silent and act like they don't know what to say. But when they playing Call of Duty and exactly Grand Theft Auto and all that shit, the niggas just talking mad shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Shit is crazy. So how do you deal with multiple rejections for women and medium interest women? You don't. You just keep talking to more women. See, guys, I'm telling you guys, listen, let me tell you something. Once you taste the experience of a woman cooperating with you heavy, you'll never go back. 781, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hey, I can't find your Cash App. Is it Hashim Locario?
Nah, it's $ Miles in the game. $ Miles in the game. That you got to do Miles' Cash App, so because I'm not on Cash App right now. So it's $ Miles. Yeah, Miles.
M-I-L-E-S or M-I-L-E-S?
Yeah, M-I-L-E-S. Miles in the game. So $ Miles in the game. But we got a free call if you want to do that. So what's your question?
Well, can I ask two questions since it's free?
No,
you can
donate for the second one, but you guys the first one. Go ahead. What's the first question?
Well, my first question is since you're talking about rejection, I don't know how to stop taking rejections personally, whether it's like for dealing with women or with just in life in general. Because whenever someone tells me, I can't help but take it personally, so I don't know how to stop that.
Okay, so do these people know you personally?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Usually no.
Right. So then you can't. So this is what I'm saying. They don't know you personally. So why would you take it personally when they don't know you? You see what I'm saying? They don't know you enough to reject you. They're just rejecting your approach. They're just rejecting the perception they have of you. They don't even know you.
Because at least in that scenario, I'm just trying to figure out how can I change what I'm doing in order to get what I want.
No. This is what I'm saying. You can't. So what do you want? What do you want?
Well, I mean, right now I don't have a job, so I'm trying to get a job. But when I apply for a whole bunch of job interviews, I keep getting a bunch of no's, and I can't help but take that personally. And then every so often when I go up and talk to girls, most of the time it's no. Or even with online dating apps, usually a lot of time it's no.
Wait, so let me ask you a question. How many? Hold on. How many girls have you talked to this week and approached?
Well, one.
One?
Well, actually, when you say, are you talking about like actually like ask them out, or are you talking about?
No, you're like you see a girl,
Oh,
you
yeah,
see a girl at a coffee shop or on the street, and you walk up and approach her and say words. How many women have you approached?
Oh, I don't know, maybe like 10, but at least like when I like try to like ask one a person out, that was just one time. But probably like a whole bunch more. Like I just like I'm out and I start like talking to somebody, have a conversation.
Okay, so wait, so you said you only told one chick that you wanted to go out with her or make something happen. So what happened to the other 9? What were you talking about with them?
Just you can, you know how you, when you talk to somebody, you can kind of feel like they don't want like the conversation to continue.
Oh,
so it was those type of situations.
Okay, so this is the problem. So the problem is that you're not talking to enough women, and you also believe that the women don't want to talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? So you're taking it personally because you believe that they are seeing something in you. You think they're seeing the insecurity you have in yourself. So whatever you're insecure about, you think that they're seeing that, and that's why you're acting that way. So what happens is that you actually have to stop thinking about what they're thinking and only focus on what you want to do and say. Right. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to find women who are going to be on the same page as you of what you want to do and say. Now, let me ask you about the jobs. How many, job interviews have you been on in a past month?
Was since I quit my job, zero. I've just been applying for jobs.
So how many jobs have you applied for this week?
This week, I don't know, like 6, 7.
That's it?
Yeah.
Why so little?
Man, do you know how much time it takes to like apply for these jobs? Like fill out the whole form and like go through it, like create the account, answer all the questions.
How long does it take?
I would say probably like 30 minutes for each one.
So 30 minutes for each one. So you said you did 6 in a week?
Yeah, I think like 6, 7. Usually I don't like keep track of that.
So hold on, let's do some.
Not that many.
Let's do some math. Hold on. So you applied for 6. So one takes
that'd be about 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours.
So that's 2. So you in a whole week, how many hours are there in a week? A lot.
Like 168, I think.
Okay, so what were you doing all those other hours?
I'm lazy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm lazy.
And that's your problem right there. You're lazy. So what see, this is the thing. Your issue is that you're lazy. So because you're lazy, you're not going to get the actual outcomes you want. You understand? So you're lazy when it comes to talking to women. You're lazy when it comes to applying for jobs, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to get rejected regardless. That's a given. Everyone gets rejected. Everyone gets told no, right? In order for you to get told yes, you have to do more. Does that make sense? Okay.
Well, actually, because this tied into my second question that I wanted to ask you about.
Wait, hold on. Did you donate though for the second question?
I'll hang up, then I'll donate.
Okay.
And
donate some miles. Yeah. Miles in the game. $sign miles in the game on to Cash App. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
And don't be lazy. You do it now. All right. Yo. I'm telling you guys, I gotta understand something. Let me explain something to y'all. So for example, right, when I first started coaching, right, when I first started doing this business, right, I was on YouTube, social media, posting daily, right, and coaching, doing all this other stuff, and I didn't make any money for 5 years. 913 was popping. Who's this?
Mr. Locario, this is Gnarly Chaplin again. I actually called Steve's show like a couple weeks ago, and I was talking to the whole panel about the looks thing. So
hold on, wait. Did you
Yes,
donate though? Did you donate?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the Cash App right now. I see two. One's called Miles in the Game, and then the other one's called Miles in the Game 2.
Right. Did you donate?
I don't know which one to donate to. I need to know.
Either one. Either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
All right. So
There you
either
go.
one. All right. So donate first and then call back. All right. So let's go to 781. 781. What's popping?
Yeah, I donated, but it was Miles in the Game too.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. So what's going on? What's the other question?
Yeah, you can check it out. You can verify I sent it.
Got you. So what's the other question?
Well, so the other question is, would it ever be okay to lie in order to get what I want?
Is it ever okay to lie? What do you mean?
Yeah. So let's say So I'll give you some examples if you want. Like on dating apps, usually because I don't have a job, girls would ask me like, "What's your job?" And if I tell them I have no job, I'm pretty sure they're not going to want to see me in person.
So wait. Hold on. So what are you saying to these women where they're asking you, "What's your job?"
Well, I just tell them like, we should meet up in person. We should go out this day, this time, and then like, before we go out, because they read my profile, and usually on like a lot of your profiles, you can put what your job is, but I always leave it blank. So they always ask about that.
Well, you know what it means when a woman asks you what your job is. You know what that means?
Yeah, they're not that interested.
Exactly. So then keep it moving. So why you worry about those chicks?
No, so what I'm saying is, would it ever be okay to lie in order to get what I want? If I was honest, it would lead to me not getting what I want.
Well, I'll ask you a different question. Would you think it's okay for someone to lie to you to get what they want from you?
Oh, hell no.
Why not?
No, because then I would be cheated.
Okay, so then
you know what I mean?
So then if you don't want to be cheated, why do you want to cheat somebody else?
I guess I don't really care, if I'm being honest.
So wait, so you don't care about cheating someone else, but you care about somebody cheating you?
Yeah, you know how you always say like we got to put like ourselves first. Like I'm putting myself first.
Yeah, but putting yourself first doesn't mean put other people down. You understand what I'm saying? Putting yourself first means that you are doing you. But how are you going to do you if you're lying? Because if you're lying, you're not being you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So who is the self you're putting first? Is it the truth or is it the lie?
Yeah, in this situation, it would be the lie.
Right, exactly. And the lie is not you. So how are you putting yourself first if you're lying?
Okay.
You see what I'm
it's
saying?
just because I've always been like lazy and procrastinate, and I procrastinate about doing the work. So that's why, and that's why I always think about like should I be honest or should I lie?
But see, caller. This is why you're gonna lose. This is why you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose because you were trying to cheat the game. You understand? See, this is what you got. This is what you guys have to understand, right? The game is going to reward you when you put in the game. And when you put in the game, you get out the game. You get out of the game. So you get out of the game what you put in. You understand? You reap what you sow. Do you understand that?
Okay, yeah.
So for example, right? Do you listen to rap?
Yeah, sometimes.
You know who Drake is?
Yeah.
You know why Drake is number one?
Because he has the best songs that people like.
Right. Well, he has good songs. He raps and all of that. But there's better rappers. There's people with better songs. But one of the main reasons Drake is, where he's at and at the top is because Drake doesn't sleep. He keeps making music, keeps making albums. He keeps putting out shit. He puts in so much work, right? So that's why he gets all of the accolades and he gets all the streams. And he gets all the stuff because he's putting out so much content. You understand what I'm saying? He's not lazy. So because he's putting out so much, he gets back so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is laziness is the thing that's going to make you lose because you're trying to get more than you're putting in. You can't do that. That's not how the game works.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is if you want a job, you have to put in the work to get the job. If you want women, you got to put in the work to get the women. You understand? Because check this out. Check this out. Think about this. Why would a company want to hire you if you're lazy?
Because I need money. I want money.
No. But this is what I'm saying. The company wants a hard worker. Why would they hire you and not hire? If they had to choose between you and another person and the other person's a hard worker, why would they choose you?
Yeah, they would choose the other worker.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. They're always going to choose someone else besides you because you're unwilling to do the work to get chosen. Is this clicking for you? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like your whole issue is your laziness, and you want a lot of things, but you don't want to put in a lot of things. You understand?
Let me. Can I ask you? Since you gave the example of Drake, well, what about all the other rappers that put in a lot of work, but they don't get the results?
There's no such thing. So tell me a rapper who puts in the same amount of work as Drake and got no results.
I don't know. I don't know all of them.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, like for example, you ever heard of a dude named Sauce Walka?
No.
Right. So he's more of an underground rapper. So he's not as popular as Drake, but he put in as much work as Drake, and he has lots of money because he puts in a lot of work, and you've never even heard of him. So even though he's not as popular as Drake, he puts in the same amount of work as Drake. So because he puts in the same amount of work, he's reaping the benefits. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm saying is that the reason why you are not getting the benefits that you want, the reason why you're not getting the women that you want is because you're not putting in the work in order to get it happening. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
All right. So you got to put in that work, fam. That's your only problem is you're not putting in the work. So what I'm saying is you talking about you sent shit to six jobs in a week, bro. You should be from the time you get up, right? You should be working at least 8 hours sending resumes and looking for a job every day.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to put in that work. You feel me? You got to put in the work, man.
All right. I hope I can put into practice what you said. I'll do my best.
All right, brother. Well, I believe in you, fam. Do it. Do that shit. Do it. All right. All right. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Do it.
All right. Peace. Later. All right. So let's go to 913. 913. What's popping with this?
Hey, how you doing? You should see my donation.
All right, that's what's up. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. And
so what's going on?
You as well, kind of taking the time tonight to answer all our questions.
All right, that's what's up. So what's going on with you, man?
But hey, yeah, I was just following up on the last talk with Steve and the rest of you guys, Miles and Mr. 1950, and forgot the other gentleman's name. But I really did a lot of soul searching, man, after that phone call. And really, I was kind of getting in my own way. I really realized that I am very, in terms of looks, maxing and all that, I can definitely do a lot better, even if that's going to the gym every day and things like that. So I'm focusing a lot less on the negatives after just establishing more discipline and a solid routine.
Okay.
But I did have a question. Through that, I'm kind of on a workout grind. So if the dates come, they come. If they don't, whatever, not really worried about it. Like, not my priority right now. But I am, swiping and doing things like that as far as online dating. I matched with this hot Latina girl, I think yesterday. And I told her what the deal was, rizzed her up a little bit. And then I kind of told her, hey, this is what I want to do. And pretty much insinuating I want to take her in my bed. And first I want to go ahead and get drinks with you and see if we vibe. And if everything's cool. I want to do all sorts of dirty things with you in my bed. So then she's like, oh, I'm not that easy and things like that. And I'm like, okay, well, this is obviously done. And I just said, hey, you have a good night. So then she's like, okay, well, you have a good night too. 24 hours goes by, and then she like randomly calls me. And then she's like, hey, are you still up? And then she sends me a photo. Then I'm like, all right, let me entertain this. I go ahead and call her back. So then she's like, why'd you go ahead and stop talking to me? And I was like, well, it didn't seem like we were on the same page. And she's like, why? Yeah, because like every guy wants to go ahead and fuck, and like I'm really tired. I actually want to like meet you and get to know you and things like that. And I was like, well, I definitely want to get to know you as well. And then, you know, things kind of pick up, and
all right, keep going.
All right, so things kind of pick up. She starts actually getting really sexual with me, and then starts trading, like, sending me, like, pictures of her ass and titties and all that. So things are going good, and I'm telling her everything. And the call-ins, well, it sounds like I've kind of pretty much told her, hey, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna meet you first, make sure you're not a serial killer or whatever. And then if, you know, we pass the safety checks, I'm coming back to my place. And then she said, okay. So the next morning, she texts me, good morning, everything's going good. And I give her the address to the place. And then she's like, oh, I thought we were getting drinks first. And I was like, oh, she thinks I gave her the address to my house, where I gave her the address to the bar. So I was like, hey, no, that's the address to the bar. And I mean, that was kind of the plan. That's kind of what I want to do, is I want to take you back to my place. That's what we talked about. And then she kind of gives me the same front, saying like, hey, can we do that like next week? And so I just said, hey, it doesn't look like we're going to have a good time or whatever. You know, it seems like you're on a different frequency than me, and I don't really want to, you know, like go out on a date with somebody that's not on the same page. So she pretty much says, why would you do that? Then she does the same shit again. And then I say, look, I don't want to have physical intercourse with you on the first night. I'm not sure. I got to still talk to you in person first or whatever. But I'm going to suck on your titties. I'm going to bite your neck. I'm going to do everything in third base. And then we'll see second date if I want to go ahead and fuck you. Okay. So then she ghosts me. I was like, yeah, it seems like, I was like, yeah, it looks like you were not really down after all. And she's like, of course not. Like, I'm a very sexual person, but this feels forced and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I didn't text you back.
So this is the thing again, and this is exactly what I tell you guys, right? So what happened is she was never interested in the first place, right? What she did was that she basically used you for more attention, right? So you told her what you wanted to do, right? She was like, you know, you said, all right, well, have a nice day, and you was ending it. Then she hits you up, sends you a picture, a sexy picture, whatever it is, to reel you back in. You understand? And then she's trying to, then you're like, well, let's make this happen. And she's like, all right, cool. And then she's like, oh, but can we do it on another day? So basically what it is this, she's trying to gain as much attention that she can get from you, right? Before sex can happen. But the thing is, because you are letting her know this is what you want to do, she's like, damn, well, this is going to be over quick. So I gotta call it a day at this point. You understand? But this is the thing. If you notice the resistance at the beginning and then the resistance at the end, this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. Resistance equals future resistance. You see what I'm saying? See, this is the thing. So basically, you were almost trying to increase her attraction. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I come from the PUA community.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, okay, this is a good rule of thumb. However the woman first comes at you, that's how she views you. That's how she sees the situation. So if she's like, oh, well, giving you resistance about sex, she don't want to fuck you. So when this is what happened, when you first told her what you wanted, and then you said, have a nice day. And she said, okay, bye. And that was it. And then she hit you up the next morning. You should have ignored her text or call. You should have ignored all that shit and kept it pushing. But you were probably thinking, damn, well, she's hitting me up. Maybe I can turn this around. Maybe I can say something to get, you see what I'm saying? Exactly. He was trying to pass her shit test. You know what I'm
hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I know this is what y'all
I mean, dude, like, I'm working out like 7 days a week. So like, I mean, like, sometimes the brothers just gotta bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it a P. with you. You know what I mean?
But this is what I'm saying. This is the problem, guys. You can't force attraction. It's either there or it ain't. This is why all you need to do is let the woman know what you want to do. And if she's down, she's going to be down and it's going to be so easy. And if she's not, she's going to give you resistance, give you the runaround. And notice what you did was that you were going back and forth with this woman, damn near arguing. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that. Yeah.
You were talking to her like y'all was in a whole relationship. You understand?
So my thing is like, so it's funny because like last week I had a girl that was super, super submissive, but she wasn't as physically good looking as the second girl. And, you know, that's one of the, like, and I totally get where you're coming from in terms of like, hey, find somebody that's super submissive. Also know you said, hey, I take a 10 or I take a 6 over a 10 in terms of just looks, but it's really difficult for me to like just get over that hump, you know, in terms of that girl was super submissive, but her looks weren't like exactly what I wanted them to be. And she was kind of cold in terms of personality. She wasn't really. So
then why don't you just find another woman like the woman the other day that is hot, that cooperates?
Well, that would require me to obviously put in more effort.
Exactly.
Like we had with the last caller.
See,
right? So
y'all niggas is lazy. Y'all lazy.
Yeah. Well, it's very disheartening when you go to a mall in the middle of a Wednesday evening and then see literally no cute girls there. You know what I mean? And then I want to go out nighttime, but I know that's not going to do good for my like workout regimen. It's just not possible. So I'm just trying to make the most of my situation.
Right. Well, the thing is, man, is that you see, again, a lot of you guys, y'all want to find the loopholes, the easy way out and all this other stuff. And what I'm trying to tell you is that the game is going to tell you that you actually just need to put in the work to get the result that you are trying to get. So meaning that if you're like, well, this girl over here, I'm not really that attracted to her, but she's cooperating. This girl over here, I'm attracted to her, but she's not cooperating. You say, okay, well, listen, I want a woman who I'm attracted to who's cooperating. So that means you have to talk to more women that you find attractive. And then what's going to happen is that out of those women you find attractive, you're going to find one who's going to cooperate. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that a lot of times too, you guys waste time on women that you're not really feeling, and that's taking energy away from you where you could use that energy to find a woman you were actually more attracted to who's going to cooperate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel the chat just roasting me right now. So I got no excuse, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You got to put in that work, fam. That's it.
Nah, straight up. All right, man. I appreciate the time and your explanation and everything.
Yes, sir. I rather appreciate the call, fam. All right. So, guys, caller, probably do another 15 minutes and we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap it up. Let me see. Where was we at? With the questions. So, do you think being too direct in online dating, asking a girl when she's free for drinks, ice cream, coffee is too direct? Should we try to converse more to build her attraction? No, you don't need. Guys, you don't need to do that. Listen, this is why I tell you guys to go to shoplocario.com. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you go to shoplocario.com and you guys get up on this online dating consultation, you feel what I'm saying? If y'all are on this right here, you understand the online dating consultation, then what's going to happen is that you guys are going to learn how to message women so you don't waste your goddamn time. Because this is the thing, you're not building her attraction by conversing more. What you're doing is that you are giving this woman more attention. You understand? Guys, think about this, right? The idea of having to build the attraction and make her, be attracted to you is basically saying that the woman is not attracted to you, so you have to do more to get her to be attracted to you. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever seen a woman you was attracted to and said, damn, you know what? I need her to talk to me for an hour and then maybe I'll think she's hot. I need her to have a conversation with me and then maybe I'll think about having sex with her. I need for her to have this dialogue with me first before, I'm thinking about fucking the shit out of her. Y'all don't think that, what do y'all think? You think that you got to do that for a woman? Who told you that? So say, who lied to you guys? Like, come on, man. Who lied to you guys? See, what happens is that if the more talking you have to do, the less attracted she is to you. I'll say that again. The more talking you have to do, the less attracted she is in you. You see what I'm saying? See, the PUAs, they love to talk because what happens is that the PUAs are meeting lots of women who are not attracted to them. And then what the PUAs do is that they entertain these women until these women give in. That's how it works. So you gotta be able to be strong and stand in your shit and make it happen. So when you're online, just be like, listen, hey, Friday, 7:00, I'm free to get a drink. Let's meet here. That's it. Can you do a clip on the membership where you talk about being an F-boy on the lowest investments? Did I talk about that on the membership? Listen, I talked about so much shit on the membership, I can't even remember all of it because there's like hundreds of programs on there. So I have to double check. Got to double check. He said, how do we buy your music? Well, it's free. It's just mixtape stuff. Go to just type in the Locario tape volume 1, 2, or 3, and it'll come up on YouTube and you can check it out. It says with women, that's not super high interest at first sight says convo, but show interest. Wouldn't one way to get her is to tell her a sample of good time / offer number and move around so she come to what? You gotta call in or rephrase that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You said, wait, so y'all don't take them out to get a feel for them or just rely on FaceTime to test her out? Yeah, you could just listen. You want to fill her out in some form or fashion, right? So you can do FaceTime or you can actually go out and get a drink. But if you don't want to go out and get a drink, you can do FaceTime. You see what I'm saying? But if you're just trying to smash, right, there's really no point in, you going out on a date, spending, all because on the FaceTime, you're on the FaceTime for maybe like less than 5 minutes. If you're on a date, you're probably on a date for like an hour or so. You understand what I'm saying? You getting dressed and you're going out and doing all this other extra shit. You see what I'm saying? Let me see. So what's that communication course that you paid for and you were talking about it on one of your shows? You said it helped you communicate more effectively. The communication course. What's the communication course? I paid for a course years ago about being a public speaker. It wasn't necessarily like a communication course. It was more about marketing yourself as a speaker, but it wasn't necessarily about how to speak. Like they had certain things in there like that, but it was more about marketing yourself as a speaker and all that other stuff. You said the one for $1,500. Yeah, that was the one. It was basically a course on how to get speaking gigs. But it was more about like marketing and all this other stuff like that. But I forgot the name of that. Shit was years ago. That shit was long time ago. It says, I think the woman knows immediately if you're the right guy. The first seconds, all from tonality, energy, confidence, etc. Is that true? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. A woman could see. This is the thing. The woman you're talking to wasn't born yesterday. The woman you approach was not born last week. You understand? The woman you approach, let's say she's 27 years old. She has years of experience talking to men. You understand what I'm saying? So because she has experience talking to men, she could tell the difference between a guy who is kind of goofy and weird and a guy who has some confidence about him. So why you never say hit the gym and get muscles to boost up confidence? Because hitting the gym and getting muscles is not really going to make you confident. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you'll feel good about yourself if you're looking better, but that's not really the thing that's going to make you confident, because you'll feel good for that moment. And then as soon as a woman rejects you, you're going to feel bad about yourself. So are you really confident, or are you just feeling good in that moment because you got the muscles? So the confidence comes from within, whether you have muscles or not. You see what I'm saying? It says, is it easier to get hookups in person or online dating? I wouldn't say necessarily one is easier than the other. It's just depending upon if you're the type of guy who knows how to talk that shit, flirt, build sexual tension. You can get that on online dating sites. You can get that on, meeting chicks randomly in person, because you're that guy that knows how to make it happen. This says, do you see the video of the allegedly cheating couple at the Coldplay concert? Nah, I didn't see that. Shit, what happened with that? So when did you start making money on YouTube? You don't really make money on YouTube. You make money on our products and services. And then, like I said, why don't you guys with no sexual experience simply get coaching? Why continue to ask these questions that aren't helping you? That's a fact. I agree. I totally agree. You guys should be getting some coaching. That's a fact. All right, so I'm going to ask these two more questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up. It says, when approaching a woman for casual dating, nothing serious, what do I say to her? I'm new to your channel. So, Aaron, you're going to definitely need some coaching, fam. What I would suggest you do is go to shoplocario.com. You feel what I'm saying? Go to shoplocario.com and check out some of these products right here, because this can help you with your game. I would say start with Master Approaching Women in 30 Days or Less. You feel what I'm saying? Get that program so you can step up your game when it comes to even just approaching and talking to women. And we got all these other products right here, so make sure you guys check that out. It says, okay, so the first seconds of me is all she needs to know. So this is what I'm saying. The first few seconds or minutes she's talking to you, that is going to determine her level of interest. And whatever level of interest she has at that point, it's going to stay there. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that whoever you are, right, at that moment is who you are. So it's not, so for example, if you're the type of guy who is afraid to approach women and talk to women, and you're nervous when you talk to women, right? And your mouthpiece is weak. When you approach that girl and talk to that girl and she's not really interested in you because of those characteristics, those characteristics are not going to change in 10 minutes. You're still going to be the guy who's scared to approach women, doesn't know what to say, has a terrible mouthpiece. So how is her attraction increasing when you're still the same guy? You understand? So he said, the dating profile thing, do you and April create it for us? Or do we need the pro pics first? No. So what we do is that we go over the pictures you already have. If you don't have any pictures, we tell you the types of pictures to take, how many pictures to take, how to fix up your pictures. We also talk about the bio, how to write the bio. We're going to, help you with that. We're going to also talk about what to say in the messages, right? So we're going to go through the whole entire thing. And what we do is that after the session, we email you everything we talked about. So you'll have all the information at the end of the session. So guys, I'm telling you, I go to shoplocario.com, get the online dating consultation. You feel what I'm saying? Get that shit cracking. So I requested a woman to wear white for our first date, and she says it's weird telling a woman to wear something and not letting her decide. What should I do? Charge her ass to the game. That's what you should do. You understand what I'm saying? Charge her ass to the game. She's not feeling you, fam. When again, remember, resistance equals disinterest. Resistance equals disinterest. You understand? So you guys got to understand that shit, man. Will you consider bringing back some the same for coaching calls like the recording? Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But as of right now, we're not doing that yet, because we was doing that through a program on Skype, and then now Skype is gone, and it's just a whole bunch of shit. But I could probably see what goes on with that. But we'll see. We'll see. But guys, I'm about to wrap this up. Guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow for myself and Miles. We are going to be doing the Friday show at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys check that out. Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, cunninghamelements.com, and shoplocario.com. Make sure you guys go to all the .coms. You feel what I'm saying? And I will holler at you guys later. All right. And that is pretty much it, man. I'm out of here. And remember, people, the truth is inside you. I'm out. Peace, peace. I'm gone.
Trends, why you so nice with it? The gear's tight, looking right, you got the ice with it. A conversation with me will change your life. Your wife want the pipe, and when I hit, you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitching cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for to go on the trip, now you tripping because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Sharing is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut, you lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her pennies and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass, you pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that man shit, they be acting manic. I don't think these guys know what a man is. Y'all thinking you're out here winning with your money and status, you're thinking you're rich. But how you see yourself as a winner if I could ruin your day by smashing your bitch? Shit's crazy cause I look at you different. You were saying I did shit that I didn't. Trying to keep it going, you kept resisting. So I kept it moving, I kept my distance. Kept it real, you said that I kept insisting. So listen. There's a thin line between pain and pleasure. They came, the stressor I came, the stretching my aims to get it, to drain all these lanes for cheddar. Can't name a fella whose game is better. My reign is terror, you reign never. You only see rain and rainy weather. Complain forever, you blame Stacey, Jane, and Heather. You claim you let her be free, that's insane. You tell her you're like me, we're not the same. You fed her, I say forget her. Even though I love everything about her, if she try me, then I will live without her. I will drop her within less than an hour, just cause the tone of her voice is getting louder. Damn, you the type of guy that will never doubt her. Get him. If she left you, you would cry in the shower. Get him. You would never leave her cause you're a coward. You have no power. These niggas out here is whacking and whack. They cracking they back, cause smash is a fact. They having a chat while grabbing their sack. They laughing with brats, they stacking their stacks. While asking for cat, they have to relax. My heart's cold and it's blacker than black. Been that nigga since Pun and Joe was packing the Mac and back of the act. She only fucking with you after the fact. She talking about me when she gets up at night saying that she's having a snack. I could do what I do cause I'm me. I am him cause I remind me. Told her keep up when she's behind me. She'll find the truth when she finds me. But if shorty start acting grimy, bitchin' moaning and acting whiny, being disrespectful and try me, you're gone.